Morfama Mountain. The last time I came here was with Richie over 10 years ago. It brought back some good memories, but it made me wonder though, why did the Saviour ask to meet me here of all places? Probably because it was an out-of-the-way place. I walked towards the entrance of the mountain. There was a man standing there in a leather jacket facing the other way. Could that be the Saviour?
Are you the Saviour?
Hello, Eddie. How long's it been, brother? 3 years?
This isn't real. You're dead!
Oh no! Your eyes do not deceive you, Eddie. Besides, who would know me better than you?
But you can't be!
Alive! Back from the dead, you might say. Although that would be ridiculous, wouldn't it?
But I shot you! I killed you! I saw you die!
Yes! It was rather clever how I fooled you, wasn't it? 3 years ago at Houghton Mansion, you killed someone you thought was me. Do you remember the picture you found? The man you saw pictured with Lawrence was one of my previous associates. He was forced to undergo plastic surgery to look exactly like me, and I must say, it worked splendidly. But this usefulness was outlived, hence why I decided to have you kill him for me.
But you were taken hostage by John Bailey and his boys. They planned it all!
Think back to the day you received that phone call, Eddie. The day I disappeared.
Hello?
Am I speaking to Edward Davis?
It's Eddie, and what's it to you?
You're going to complete a task for me, Mr. Davis.
Who was it that called you that night and told you I was being held hostage?
It was John Bailey disguising his voice. I found out from Steve that he was the one who played it all. And that he...
No! Think again. What did the person on the phone tell you?
He said the only way I would be able to see my brother again was to kill a man called Anthony. My God. It now makes sense. It wasn't John Bailey who called me that night. It was you. You've been behind the game all along. You faked your own disappearance. And you used your middle name. Richard Anthony Davis. How stupid of me not to see this sooner. You arranged for me to meet up with James and Mark. They knew from the beginning that you were behind it. John Bailey, Lawrence, even Steve. They all knew. Those bastards!
And it was you that James was talking to on the phone just before I killed him.
You killed Lawrence as a way to get to James and Steve away from finishing me in Eastern Woods last year. And then you saved me. Why?
Let's just say I had a last-minute change of heart. You were meant to die after you first confronted John Bailey 2 years ago. Remember? But of course, you were too good to stay down. You didn't know this, but I've been secretly watching your every move, Eddie. Eastern Rake Station? The meeting you had with James and Mark. I was there watching you. When John Bailey and James had you tied up at Houghton Mansion, I was there, in the house upstairs, watching you. And of course at Eastern Woods. The vicious beating you took. I saw it all, Eddie. I planned it all. It would have been too easy letting James and Steve kill you there and then. That's why I saved you. I wanted the game to continue. The basic plan.
What about your other associate, Mac?
Mac? He owed me money and didn't pay up when I asked. So unfortunately for him, he bit the bullet.
And what about your payoff? The £5 million in cash?
Oh yes, that's right. After you killed Steve, you took off with the money. Speaking of which, where is it?
I burned it. I don't use blood money.
Good thing the money was fake then, eh?
What?
That's right. It was fake. All of it. Although my associates didn't have a clue.
What do you mean?
Everything was all a game, Eddie. It wasn't just played on you. I tricked them all. John, James, Mark, Lawrence and Steve. I told them that they could split the 5 million after they had killed you. I was going to lead them all into a room in Houghton Mansion to discuss the payoff and plant a bomb in one of the rooms and blow them all up. But of course, you killed them all for me. In which I must thank you.
You're insane! So, you even planned to kill your own lackeys. What's it all for? Why, Richie? Why all of this? And why fake your own death?
Because I can, that's why. I didn't have to give you a reason. I've hated you ever since we were kids, but you were oblivious to it the whole time.
I don't need to listen to your crap anymore.
Now, Edward. Put the gun away. Is that any way to treat your own brother? I saved your life.
It's Eddie! 3 years you messed with my head, Richie. 3 years! And now I know it was you all along.
So what now, Eddie? You'll really kill me? Go ahead. Try it. Go on. Go on! Just as I thought. You won't kill me. Not after believing I was dead for the last 3 years.
Don't move!
I misjudged you, Eddie. But do you misjudge me? Ah! Oh. Oh. You want to kill me, Eddie? Then try and catch me. It all ends here.
Richie made a run for it. He wanted me to go after him, and I did. My leg was wounded, and he may be faster than me, but it wouldn't stop me. It was a game of cat and mouse. There was only one way he could escape from the mountain, through me, so I knew his only option was to run. All this time, Richie was behind everything. I never did find out why he'd done what he did, but I didn't care anymore. I'd gone from avenging Richie to gaining revenge on him. I have nothing to lose now. Richie was right though. Everything would end right here. The basic plan. Avenge to revenge.
Yeah.